Welcome, everybody, to Back and Forth with Jamie and Gerald. And we have the lovely Elemental Cartomancy, Chris, here asking us the questions.
Hey, hey
Hello,
everyone. That
hello.
was really good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's one of those, and I didn't see my notice pop, but oh well. But thank you. I had a lot of fun doing that. There you go. Just popped. So it's just one of those things. You just got to make it silly. And so for those of you who saw that, the new intro, I have an outro as well. So it's
So
there.
stay tuned to see that at the end.
Stay tuned. Yes. Everybody, please like and subscribe to everybody's channels. All are linked below. Show some support, and it's free. Notice I'm using my regular size hands, not tiny hands, because it's Jamie. And I am ready for the snort count. I have a new piece of paper, a new Post-it. Chris, did you hear I got a bunch of Post-its?
What? You've always got a bunch of... Oh, Jesus, you've got more.
Right. Yeah, you can wallpaper with it, Chris.
I could wallpaper. Well, there's only 6,000 sheets.
Only.
So, I'm good for all of the stuff that I'm doing for 2023.
How disappointing, right? Only 6,000 sheets.
Only 6,000. Oh my God. Well, so anyhow, thank you for being here, Chris. For those, this is your first time.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, it's like, let's do this. So, say hi to some people. Beth is here. Viviani, hey. Robin, Donna.
Hey, Robin.
And let's see. Ooh. Red Wing, hello. Good to see you. Kathy, Tortoise Shell Moon is here. Hello. Looking forward to this. Woohoo.
Yay.
A new vocabulary word for Gerald. Funny how they sneak into the common
vernacular.
Thank you. I was just like, okay. Purple Elephant Deb H is here. Purple Elephant Deb H will be on my channel, not this next Monday, but the following Monday, the first Monday in April, for a part 2 about the conversation about ethics. TarotStache way. Yeah. Peter J. Watts is here. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Twizzler.
Peter.
And Jackie's Crystal Moon. Hello.
Jackie.
And
you got them all.
Did you say Twizzler?
I did. That's Peter J. Watts. It's from one of his answers.
Oh.
Yeah, from a back and forth.
Okay. And we have a question from Beth for Chris. I took my brother and sister-in-law to the airport today, off to visit your lovely country.
Well, very nice. Whereabouts are they flying into, Beth? What airport? Like what city? But that's exciting.
Hi, Maruta.
And Arlene is here, and Maruta. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Okay, so lots and lots of people here. This is wonderful. And so back and forth with Jamie and Gerald. we have a guest who comes in and asks us questions. It's questions asked, questions answered, or questions asked.
To be answered.
Chris is going to ask us a bunch of questions, and we're going to answer. And if you'd like to follow along in chat, please do so. We may occasionally ask Chris the same question, but but let me ask an important question. What are people drinking?
I have got decaf tea, and I've put sweetener in it, which I don't normally do with tea, but I did it without thinking. So my husband takes sweetener on his tea. But it's all right. I don't mind it. It's just not my usual.
Okay.
So. My normal coffee.
I'm drinking Good Vibes.
Nice. What's it say in the bottom?
Good vibes
only. Or good vibes only.
You know.
I should be drinking H2O, Peter. I'm not. I'm drinking my coffee.
Yeah. We've got lots of water. And they're going to Edinburgh,
Edinburgh.
but they're going
Very
all over.
nice. Oh, good. Good. Well, I hope they enjoy. Edinburgh's lovely. I was in Edinburgh at the weekend. I was away seeing Rocky Horror, and
Yeah.
I was there for dinner. We went for dinner afterwards. But that was for our anniversary. Me and Sandy have just celebrated 10 years being together. So yeah, that was a fun weekend in a fun day in Edinburgh.
Yay.
Were you playing a role in Rocky Horror, or were you just part of the crowd seeing it?
No, just part of the crowd, but to see it in the theatre.
Okay.
Loved it. Absolutely. We go and see it all the time. We go and see it whenever we can, whenever it's here.
Love it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Love it. And Pamela is here, and Calla Lizzie, and Robin said blackcurrant tea in a new insulated mug and burnt his mouth.
Oh yeah, you really need to watch that with him, don't you? Like,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but herbal tea. All right. So, if y'all want to play along in the chat, I'll do my best to catch everybody. So, you're up, Chris. Go for it. And I'm keeping track of the snort count, and
snort count.
I have the potty mouth ready, as well as the beep if we need it. That should say bleep, shouldn't it?
Oh, is that for swear words?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or was it the Roadrunner? Beep beep.
Beep, beep. Yeah.
All right.
Right. Well, my first question, and funnily enough, that you mentioned the snort count, because my first question is, when was the last time that you properly belly laughed at something, and what was it that you laughed at?
Ooh. Oh, I know.
Go for it, Jamie.
So I'm not going to explain it. You guys can look it up. So two of our technicians, one is very innocent and one is very worldly, and they went to a client's home and there was a pineapple decoration on the door, and it ensued a conversation about what that pineapple decoration means. And then so that's been a running joke through the clinic, and we have a new person, and I said, oh God, we have to indoctrinate her into the pineapple conversation. And so that was a huge belly laugh watching this young lady's face learn about the pineapple.
What do you mean about the pineapple, Jamie? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know, but I can only imagine.
Yes.
I can guess.
I believe it has to do with that you're a swinger.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
And
one of our technicians wears this little shirt, and she kept at this particular client's home, she got the look because she had a little pineapple on her scrubs. Yep.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Had to educate her in case she got an invitation.
Jackie's Crystal Moon said, we were out at a cafe Sunday. When my son has hot chocolate, he gets serious fits of laughing. So I too was inconsolable at him laughing.
Absolutely.
Love that. Love that. Wow. I would say, this is Jamie and I will occasionally chat, and there will be something silly and stupid, and it's just like, it just trickles, and it's probably the stupidest thing. It's like, a slice of cheese or something like that, and it just rolls downhill.
Yes.
But
those are my favorite conversations, though, because I mean, we can't stop, right?
Yeah, and I mean, is it the TV show the Coupling? Have you seen Coupling, Chris?
No.
It's a BBC series. It's about a group of friends, and they talk about something called the giggle loop.
Right.
and what happens when somebody starts to giggle and you try to stop, but it makes it even worse. And it's all a setup for people laughing uncontrollably and inappropriately at a funeral service. So coupling, it's a great little show. So
Right. Okay.
you know, so I saw Jamie laugh
Mm.
hard during the Henry Deck.
The private live, yes.
Yeah, the private live. Oh, jeez. Did you hear about that, Chris? My private
No,
live.
what's that?
So Jamie and I both got this Radical Abundance deck, and
Which
we
you
were
would
Right.
love.
yes, it's a great little deck. And so
Right.
she's like, "Good, you want to do a live?" And and I'm like, "Sure." So I set this live up, and it was late. And I set it up in StreamYard, and I did not notice that the date was wrong. So it would have been the next day at 11:30
Right.
p.m. Eastern. And
Right.
so nobody knows about this. And I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna go live. And of course, nobody gets notified about it. And so, but we had a nice time, and
And we couldn't have anybody in the chat because it was scheduled for the next day. So we were just live together.
Right. Okay. I didn't know that if you were to go live a day early, it wouldn't actually work.
Mm-mm.
it doesn't notify anybody because it's scheduled to
Ah,
go live at a certain time. It'll still do it, but
But you won't
right.
have anybody with you.
yeah.
That's neat.
Oh, Jezree said there was a snort. I missed it. I have
Make sure you
corrected
get
that.
it counted.
Jackie likes coupling, and in feng shui or feng shui, the pineapple is a symbol of abundance. And Donna likes that too. Get the giggles at my sister's wedding. Chuckles, the clown funeral on Mary Tyler Moore, best funeral crack up ever. I don't think I remember that one. Tara Reina is here. What about you, Chris? Have you?
Do you know, see, lately it's usually TikToks that really get me. And I'm trying to think of like just the one. I don't know what the last one was, but it was either so that there's one. It was like an old classic, and it's giving people frights. But there's this guy that gets a fright. He's carrying croissant on a plate, and he goes, "Oh, you nearly made me drop my croissant," and it's just really funny. There's another one that's just came out that's really funny, and it's funny because it's fucking appropriate. I mean, sorry, bleep appropriate for Luna, but it's a dog and it's trying to lick its owner's face, and like the voiceover thing is I'm just finished spit shining my butthole, and now I'm feeling romantical.
I love that.
Oh, it's so good.
I love it.
So yeah, it was one of those two. They both made me properly laugh, but I can't remember which was the last.
I
Yeah,
like that properly laugh, not just a ha ha ha.
but
Yeah,
properly.
proper
Yeah.
belly laugh.
Hershey is here. Hershey's updated their name to be the Shadow Reader. Hello. And Jeffrey has a great sense of humor, and it's very subtle. And sometimes you've got to listen to exactly what he said, and it's like, and he's deadpan in the delivery. It's like
He likes to zing me in the background.
oh my gosh, it's great.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
yeah.
My next question.
Dun dun
There's
dun.
only a select few of these that have got to do with tarot, by the way, can I just say? But a few of
Doesn't
them
matter.
do, and this is one of them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you use spreads? And if you do, what is your go-to favorite spread that you kind of use the most?
Debbie Aquarius Al is here.
Hi, Debbie.
Wait a minute. There she is.
No, that's Donna. Oh,
That was
hi,
Donna. This is
Debbie.
Debbie. I'm still getting used to the technology. So, you know. I do spreads. If I'm doing a one-on-one reading for somebody, my initial go-to is a Celtic Cross just to see what's going on, and then I will pick the question based or pick the spread based upon the question that they're asking. If that, so and I do right now, I'm doing a whole lot of 3-card spreads, to which I will shuffle, and then I will split the deck into 2 piles, and then 3 piles, but the third card is the bottom one of the third pile, and then I'll read them that way. So I don't know what that's called, but it's enough information to get me connected in. So
Okay. Nice.
So I, generally speaking, I do energy of cards and how they talk to one another. Gerald and I have been doing 3 cards because we have the same tarot journal. And so we'll switch it up because we'll choose words that the different positions will be. And so we have a new one that we're doing right now, but yeah, that's it. But I just got this because I thought it would be fun for us to kind of play, for he and I to kind of play, doing our daily draws that way. So, yeah. I mean, I like doing them like when we get together on Tarot Sundays, or if other presenters do a spread and they want everybody to play along, then I will. But generally speaking, it's not my bag.
Yeah. The last one that I was doing, and I got it, it was something that was inspired by Jeffrey, like many of the things that I do, but it was remember, rethink, and release.
Yep.
So remember, rethink, and release, and that was really quite good.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Robin wanted to know what you think of it.
I don't know yet, Robin. It legit came right before I sat down to talk to Gerald in pre-show, so I have not a fucking clue yet. But I'll let you know.
I see Jonathan Daly is here. Hello.
Hey, Jonathan.
And I've missed some other chat, so my apologies. Linda de Gonzalez is here. Love it. So what about you, Chris? I mean, because you're
yeah, definitely a spreads guy. And I've got a few go-to spreads that I use. It really depends on what I'm doing. So I guess the 3 main ones that I use are the 3-card spreads is situation, advice, and outcome. Usually, anytime I'm doing readings like on YouTube, and that's a lot of the time that's the one that I use. There's the Kathy from Tortoiseshell Moon has actually just mentioned it. It's the 10-card spread from the Raven's Prophecy tarot. I actually got the book here. It's this one, the one that looks like that.
Oh, I have that
And
book.
that's a fantastic spread. So it is. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the one that's 5, 6, 7, and 8 are what you think you should do, what you think you shouldn't do, what you actually should do, and what you actually shouldn't do. So it kind of it lets you compare and contrast and stuff, and I just think that's really good. And the third one that I would mention is it's Kelly Fitzgerald's spread. It's a kind of a 9-card spread, and it's shaped like a diamond.
Yeah.
I find that really good for, see if somebody let's see if you're kicking off and you don't have a question, it's just like a general, or if you're saying to someone, right, don't tell me anything, let me just put some cards on the table, let's lay the land, and I find that really good for just kind of a kicking off, and then after you can look at a question after that.
Yeah, I like that spread myself. Yeah.
Well, Hypnocity said our 3-card spreads always before and after. Well, that's 2 of them. the positions. I'm being silly, Hypnocity. Okay, even my guests are not laughing at that, so it wasn't funny. There are I mean, past, present, future. There are so many options for 3-card spreads.
Yeah.
They're really wonderful. And personally, I really like doing a 3-layered 3-card spread, because when I've done that, then the first layer of 3 are what you know. And then the second layer of 3 are what you don't know. And then the third layer is what the universe wants you to know. And Jamie is chuckling.
The spear, it rolled off of my notebook and onto my keyboard, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I shouldn't say I don't use a spread, because I do an interview spread all the time, every time I get a new deck, right? And I will do a 9-card of sorts. But you did say tarot, right? Because I mean, Lenormand, I mean, Grand Tableau and all those things.
Yeah, Hypnocity. I'm glad you got that. I mean, there's a lot of power in making your own spreads.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of lists out there. Okay, and Robin asks, what's the most number of cards you used in a spread? Anything like a mini Grand Tableau?
Not with tarot.
I've done, I think, 50 cards at one point, because I was doing, wait a minute here. Wait for it.
Overcomplicator?
No, I was going to say Overachiever.
I was getting there.
But if you want to say Overcomplicator, it can be that. No, I was doing Celtic Crosses, but I had 5 different decks, and one was for each aspect that we were looking at. So, and then that way, different decks, it's easier to keep track of. It's easier to keep track of which card is what related to what reading. So.
Right. Okay.
So who was it? Donna. So yeah, I have the Wheel of the Year too. I do that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I rambled. It's my show. I can ramble if I want. Poor Chris.
He's like,
that's perfectly all right. No, I'm not at all. I'm listening intently.
Okay, what I really want to know, Chris, is are your questions in a spreadsheet?
No, they're written down on a piece of paper.
Okay. I was just like, he's probably got these in a spreadsheet.
No.
It's a fun question.
No, I do have them written out nicely on a piece of paper, but they're not on the computer.
Okay.
Under hashtag underachiever.
Oh, snap.
Wait a minute. You mean this one?
You actually have that?
Of course I do. It's on the other side of the Overachiever.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, because I'm getting used to my weird setup, because I usually, things are different. So, but anyhow, so I actually don't. I think I have the Raven's Prophecy, the book that you use. But there are a lot of spreads in there, aren't there? Or are there a lot of spreads in there? Because I know you've used that one for me when I have been on your show for Tarot Roundtable.
Probably, yeah. I've used it for quite a lot of the roundtable readings.
Yeah. Pamela keeps hers in a recipe box. Of course you do, Pamela. I knew I liked you.
That's cool, though. I like that.
Hershey said, 5 created my own shadow spread. It's a long spread, 5 people, 5 things, 5 hurts. Takes 3 decks. Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, Emma the Grey is here. Hello. So
this book only has 3 spreads in it, Gerald. It has a single card reading, a 3-card spread, which is just past, present, future, and then it has that 10-card spread.
Okay. I have to be honest with you. I have some of the Fool's Dog apps for my phone with the tarot, not endorsed by them or anything like that. But I like those because they have great spreads. So if I'm looking for a spread, I just pop in there and I'm looking, oh yeah, there we go. There's
Mhm.
a spread. So there's a good spread called the Life Spread and Anchor. Google it, you'll see a pic.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
That's cool. I love me a good spread.
Yeah. Cool. The next question that I've got is, what is your earliest memory?
Oh, see, so this is a tough one because I'm doing research right now on memory and what is memory, what's your truth, and what is actual, and what you actually think of your memories aren't actually your memories. So that's tough for me to answer now because I actually know most likely that's created, right? So
Right.
I remember certain stories back to like 2.5, 3 years old. And I have like perfect recall of the environment, what I was wearing, the whole nine. But like I said, after reading the research and doing all this stuff that I'm doing about memory and what your truth is and stuff, it's like, oh, well, shit. So I don't know. I mean, but I do remember, well, I should say, if we're just speaking strictly, what do you remember? I think I remember that 2.5, 3 years old.
Okay.
I think my earliest memory, I must have been 4 or 5, but there was a chipmunk in the yard. We had a tree that was out in what ended up being our driveway. Don't ask. And the chipmunk was hurt. And so I went to go help the chipmunk, and the chipmunk bit me. And I remember running into the house with the chipmunk hanging from my finger, screaming. And so I that's one of the first things that I remember. So, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't tell my first memory. Well, it would inform both of you as to why I'm so precocious. However, it is not for the internet.
Fair enough. Mine's is, and Jamie, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where the research tells me that this can't possibly be a
Mhm.
memory
Yeah.
because it's from when I was about 1 or 2,
Mhm.
but everything corroborates it, and I always remember it being a memory, if that makes sense.
It
Mhm.
does.
So
Yep.
I'm kind of like, I think it was, but I don't know. So
Mhm.
anyway, the memory is from when I was 1 or 2. I was in hospital with pneumonia. And like I remember lots of different things about being in hospital. I remember the the bed, like the beds having like the like cots like with the bars, but they were giant. Like they went like up way high, like the bars around the bed, the hospital bed.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I remember saying to my mum, like, I don't know, years ago, but years after that, I remember saying, "Oh yeah, like in my memory, those beds were really really high, but I take it they weren't. I take it that's just because I was wee. I thought they were really high up." And she went, "No, no, you're right." She says they were really high. They were really weirdly high up. I remember the kid in the bed next to me having balloons on his bed.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't know, I was probably jealous because I wanted balloons. And most particularly, I remember one time, so there was a sand pit around the corner from where I was, where I was in the ward. There was a
Mhm.
sand pit around the corner, and I don't remember the sand pit, and I don't remember that being the reason, but like I know because people have told me, oh yeah, you know, you love that sandpit, you were always trying to
Mhm.
escape to there. I managed to get out of my bed, and I think I was trying to make a beeline for the sandpit, and I remember being sick on the hospital floor, and I just remember it being like the biggest. It looked like an ocean that I'd created, like in my wee head. That's what it looked like.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, that those are my earliest memories. It's when I was in hospital. I was about 1 or 2. I think
Yes.
1.
So those perspective memories, right? And so my grandparents, we were always at my grandparents' house in San Diego, and their kitchen had like this breakfast counter, and then there was cabinetry up above. So there was this opening so you could sit down on the little bar stools and talk to whomever was in the kitchen or whatever. And I remember those bar stools being ginormous and the counter being super, super high. And then when I went to visit, I think I was 16 and I went to visit and I sat down and it was like, these are really short. I don't remember them being like this, but it's all the perspective, you know, because you're little. Like, I mean, that memory is from when I was 4.
mhm.
And then 16, you know, I was pretty much full grown and sitting down and my knees hitting the bottom of the counter, you know. It's like, huh, isn't that interesting?
I love that. Yeah.
Do you know what I always find as well? Like, see when you, this is random and off topic, I'm sorry, but so see desks and tables. If you've
Mhm.
ever went to buy a new kitchen table or a new desk online, do you know I always find you're always like really surprised by when you look at the height? So see when you look up the height, you're always expecting to like you think you need a lot higher up than what it actually is, and you
Mm.
look at the height that it gives you, and you think, ah, that's a wee tiny desk. Why is that way down there? But it's not. It's actually a normal size. It's because you're sitting and you're used to the desk being up to like for
Yeah.
me, my
Yeah.
stomach. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Emma the
Yeah.
Grey said, "I remember voices that used to visit in my sleep around age 3, getting in trouble for crying so hard in church. My mother had to drag me home." Aw.
Oh, I
And
got in trouble in church. Just like, I don't know. I think I was in my 30s. Super duper quiet. I went with my friend Nikki, the old church that I used to attend in the city I used to live in. And so if you're Catholic, you know the kneeler comes down during certain times, right? And well, I have long legs. I mean, I have really long ass legs. And so, and Nikki is super duper short. Well, at one point, I put the kneeler up just so that I wasn't like cramped. She didn't see, and she went to automatically kneel. And I swear to you, she was like a guppy, like this. I snorted and could not stop laughing. And this was a packed, packed church. Yeah. And the priest was Father Martin, happens to know me very well and was quite forgiving, but he is a very commanding presence up at the front and is looking down. And I just sat there like this the whole time because I couldn't stop. You know, and she's like, she finally elbowed me because she'd had enough. And it's like, sorry, dude. That was just too funny.
I love
Yeah.
that.
See when you're not supposed to laugh, things become 10 times funnier, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, and I was dead to rights. You know, I mean, I was 30 something years old and Father Martin's looking at me down the aisle. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know?
I love it. And it's the oddest things that we remember.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
See,
Yeah.
It's a fun question.
see the pathways we go, Chris? This is what happens.
Welcome to Back and Forth with Jamie and Gerald.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I should be doing it properly.
Sorry. Continue, sir.
No, it's all right.
He's just
You know
watching
what?
us be silly.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, just in the middle, caught between you making faces and hand gestures.
I know.
Okay.
All right. Okay, what is your? Do you have a current favorite TV show that you're watching? And what is it? If you can tell us.
So Bad Batch, Mandalorian, Shadow and Bone. I always watch John Oliver on Sunday. So those are the ones.
Okay, I've seen Shadow and Bone. Is it good then? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
we're
not seen it. Seen it. I
rewatching.
mean, I've seen it on
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Netflix.
second season just came out, and we started watching the first episode of the second season. And Steve and I looked at each other like we're fucking lost. So we stopped, and we're now rewatching the first season so that we can go and enjoy the second season. And it might make sense.
Ah, right. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa.
Oh, and there's a Mando.
Yep. Mandalorian. Mando.
Yeah.
Okay, so current favorite TV shows, is that right?
Yep.
I will rewatch any episode of the Bake Off
Oh yeah.
multiple
Alright.
times.
Me too.
I mean, what I'm disappointed about is Netflix here in the US have they no longer have the ones where Mary Berry was on.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's just Paul and Prue. So sometimes Mary Berry had the best lines and they were just a look.
Uh-huh. I loved her. I
Yeah,
miss her.
yes.
Yeah.
And I just finished watching Nadia Bakes. I'm
Mm.
always about
Right.
baking shows, and well, it just makes me comfortable, just makes me
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, the last 2.5, 3 months, Jeffrey and I haven't been watching a lot of TV. But before that, we were going through Batman and Robin, the original series on Tubi,
Right.
and we were also watching Dark Shadows.
Mm.
Okay.
And that one, there's certain points of it where I'm like going, just kill this person. I no longer want to see, so we stop watching them sometimes.
Oh, Plucky, yes. BBC's Ghosts.
I don't
Yes.
know
I love
that.
that show. Love that show. They have an American version too, and I've watched them both. I love them both.
Reruns of Sky Portrait Artist of the Year. Oh, I've heard of that. Robin, I think you were telling me that. Laura Kramer's here.
What about
Schitt's
you,
Creek.
Chris?
I've not seen Shit Creek.
Me either.
Oh, Schitt's Creek is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, you just need to. There's. See, if nothing else, there's so many. We get so many good memes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. But my current favorite TV show that I am rewatching it, but it's Criminal Minds.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, kind of I did something similar to you, Jamie. Well, no, I didn't. Wasn't lost because it's not that kind of a thing where you really need to remember all that much. Do you know what I mean? You can kind of pick up any random episode and you're good.
Right.
But they brought out the new season, but they brought out like a couple of episodes of the new season, and then there was like a break. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and start from the beginning again. So now I'm on like season 8, and I think the new season is like season 16 or something. So I've got like plenty to go. So I have, and
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
It's like NCIS. You don't really have to go back, but if you
Yeah,
want to kind of be caught up in what's going on with the different characters in their personal versus the criminal
yeah,
portion of it,
yeah,
you
yeah,
kind of have to go back. So yeah, I get that.
yeah. That's it.
that's true.
But yeah, it's such a good,
Mhm.
such a good show. I love the characters in it as well. I love Penelope Garcia. For anyone that watches it,
Mhm.
Penelope Garcia is who I want to be when I grow up.
That's nice. I like it.
Okay. Love that.
Yeah, but yeah, Bones,
Hi, Kevin.
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, a lot of good. Oh, got a love for Penelope. Which one's Penelope?
She's the tech analyst.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
she's the goofy one with the blonde hair and the glasses, and she's always kind of behind the computer.
Yeah.
She's great. She's just such a great character.
That's the thing that I really appreciated is when character development is given a chance to happen over even over several shows, because it's just like going, oh my god, this is incredible. I love the way this person thinks.
Mhm.
It's like, so yeah, I love it. The hacker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Penelope often saves the day.
Yeah, sure. Aye, she does. That's right. Where would we be? Where would they be without Penelope? But I love it. Let's see. Next question. So I'm going to answer this first, just so that I can make sure that I'm getting my meaning across. So, do you have an ultimate specific favorite tarot card? And can you tell me why? So, I don't just mean like oh the High Priestess or like this. I mean like the specific card from the specific deck. Is
Oh
there
yeah.
one card that you can say is your ultimate favorite?
We
Like,
both are gonna go get it.
Keep talking.
so mine's the one that I've picked is the Two of Discs from the Marielle Tarot.
Mhm.
Um, I think for a couple, there's a couple of different layers to why. So the artwork I think is stunning. It's such a visually appealing card. Like I could blow this up and put it on the wall as artwork, and I would just love it. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yep.
Forget the fact that it's a tarot card. I just think the art is stunning. But then when you bring in the meaning, and it brings something different to the Two of Discs as well, I
Mm.
feel. Because it's not just that usual, you're juggling different things and that. It's it's that liminal space between life and death. It's it has the coins and the eyes.
Mhm.
It has that, which um is it a Greek tradition? I think it's a tradition in lots of different um places, isn't it? But it has the gold and the silver for, one eye looking without, one eye looking within. There's so much to this card meaning wise, and
Mhm.
it's completely stunning. Um, so that would be my ultimate favorite specific tarot card.
Hmm.
Nice.
Go for it, Jamie.
I have 3, and they all come from the same deck. But you know how I feel about the Tower card. But this card from the Pacific Northwest. So everything about this, I mean, if you know the Pacific Northwest, you know that from basically June on until October, it is fire season here. And that background could be sunset, could be sunrise,
Yeah.
could be hella fire, right? So
Right,
that
okay.
card, the Hierophant, the
So, yeah.
hierarchical, the cells, the connecting, this card, I get this card all the time with this deck, and I love it. And then this is my animal to call, which is the stag, and the King of Pentacles is, I got an extra one of these in my deck somehow, and I carry it around with me. I love it.
Nice. Nice. Mine is the Robin Wood Two of Pentacles.
Oh wow.
So
Samesies.
yeah, you're
Well,
you're
kinda.
talking about that, and I actually have it framed. I have a copy of it framed, and part of it is
Oh.
it reminds me of a specific time in my life, and I love the balance of it, and how there's there's a beauty in having that balance. It's a dance instead of a struggle. So it is truly a liminal space, and that liminal space, in this was significantly important. So, and you can definitely tell. I mean, I'm looking, and you look how old it is. You can see it's
The
like,
old kind of frame with the yellow tape.
yep. So, but yeah, so I'm a big fan of and it's my favorite tarot card itself, but that's my favorite image. So, and oh gosh, Kathy said mine is the Six of Swords from the Robin Hood. I love the invisible boatsman, showing that even if we feel alone, we may be guided by spirit. And
nice.
Jody from South Wales is here. Hello. So, a lot of love for that.
Yeah.
Whose puppers is
That's
joining in?
rumor.
that-
Some
oh.
if I need to let me know. I have the door
No.
closed, but somebody must be at the door in the street or something. So
You mean somebody walked by?
oh, it
Someone
could be
dared
deer.
to walk by.
It could be the quail. It could be the deer. It could be the doves. It could be Steven's parents, for all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
Mhm.
Great question, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I like how we were readily available, though. We were just like, boom, boom.
I know you
yes.
said
I
that.
know. I was impressed.
It was like, I mean, it's literally mine was 12 feet away.
Yeah. Mine's right there.
Wow.
I'm just like, oh, okay, I've got this. So,
Wow. I was, to be honest, that one I was kind of wondering whether I was going to get any passes. Like, because it is such a there's such a large choice. Do you know what I mean? It's,
Oh,
it
I
could be
have.
quite a
I
difficult
can't even tell
question.
you how many decks are in here now. Since we all started out together a few years ago, I can't even tell you how many decks are in here. So yeah, I mean that could be one of those. Well, shoot, I don't know, but no, I keep my favorites like right here,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a mess, but I know where everything is, right? So
and
Yeah.
a close second is the Robin Hood Hermit, and I actually have a print of that one from Robin Hood. So, just like, oh yeah, there we go.
mhm.
Yeah. I think if I was to have a close second, it would be from the Lightseers, and it would be that original Ten of Swords.
Oh, yeah, I have it right in front of me.
I
I don't
think
remember
it's.
that one.
I'll try and find it whilst I'm talking. I think it's stunning. The artwork in this deck is stunning anyway. I think it's really stunning. Like in terms of
It
like the
was
meaning. Oh,
replaced.
there it's there.
Yeah, it was replaced with a less controversial, but I don't think the first one's controversial. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
I think
To
it's
me, that
perfect.
just looks like the 10 swords that we traditionally see in the person's back. They've been taken out. It's scarring and it's healing, and she's
Mhm.
moving on into that sunset. That's the way I see that, and I think that that is absolutely beautiful.
Mhm.
Meaning and art. Uh, and she's a wee bit controversial too, just because of the whole thing. And you know, we love a wee bit of controversy every now and then, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, Jody has asked the question, what's the topic? Well, Jody, this is back and forth with Jamie and Gerald, and Chris from Elemental Cartomancy is here, and he's asking us questions. And so Jamie and I have a series. We were getting to know each other, and we decided to let's make this public. And when we got through our 62 cards of questions that we sent to each other, then we've invited people to join us and ask questions. So it's just a nice chat conversation, get a great way of learning about each other. So, you know, information in the description if you want to join us and ask us questions. I'm always working, okay? Always working. So
There's been a couple of cards in the chat. Donna says the Ten of Pence from Darkness of Light.
Mhm.
So another one, the Sun from something. Is it the Outsider
Yeah,
Tarot someone mentioned?
they
yeah.
did.
Emmy, Sun card from the
Yeah.
Outsider Tarot.
There you go.
Yeah.
High
Mhm.
Priestess from the Textured Tarot.
Mhm.
Robin likes the RWS Three of Wands. And
That old chestnut.
Mm.
and
Oh, I see. Okay. Everyone was saying a card and they were wondering why.
Here.
Got it.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Everyone was saying
We'll help him along.
me. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to disappoint you.
The size. The size.
Size of it all. The size of it all.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Don't let me bring up sizing because it's a great way to start fabric if you want really sharp creases in your jeans. Add sizing.
Just walk right by it, Chris. Keep going.
Right, okay.
Just keep
Next
going.
Trying to
question.
get her to snort. We have only had one snort so far.
Oh no, does that reflect badly on me?
No,
No,
it
not
reflects
at all.
poorly on him for pointing it out.
That's true. I mean, because I mean, my inner 2-year-old needs a freaking nap. So, a nap and a snack and a nap. Snack and the nap. That
So-
sounds like you could remix that.
You could.
Yeah, snack and the nap. Wiki. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
It's okay. That actually leads nicely onto my next question. What were you like as a kid?
You fucking kidding? Come on now. Look at me. Look at me. Do you not know Mr. Kelly McFadden?
She's looking at you, Chris.
Were you fantastic and said the F word a lot as a kid?
Oh yeah, yes, I did.
Oh, there's your snort. Thank you.
Yes, I did.
I was very rambunctious and very funny and very inquisitive. I would ask
I'm gonna
anybody
go
a
fucking
question.
Google rambunctious.
You can't picture me as rambunctious?
I'm going to go Google what the bloody word means.
Rambunctious?
Boisterous and disorderly.
It's me, but younger.
Disorderly? Oh my goodness.
It's over the top cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. How's that?
Well, but I was also I am still very emotional and like my mother could look at me wrong and I would just be crushed for days and believe it or not, rule follower, went to Catholic school, follow the rules. So Robin was very quiet and well behaved. Geez, look at me now. Terrena loves the star card. Nice. High energy.
Mr. Rambunctious.
It's me without the facial hair. Oh yeah. I answered the question, Jamie. Are you going to answer it?
I did.
Did I miss that?
She said
Apparently.
fuck a lot.
Did you say fuck
I was
a lot?
precocious. I never did baby talk. If you spoke to me in baby talk, you got a dressing down from a child.
I could totally see that. I could totally see it.
Yeah.
Maybe Jamie putting people in their place.
Yes. Full sentences. Babysitters didn't make it. Nannies didn't make it. If right out the gate, it was little girl or honey or something like that. The nanny I had the longest, who I still know and adore, was over in the Philippines, and her name was Carol. And because Carol talked to me like a person.
Yeah.
She also put me in my place like a person. But yeah, I was just precocious as hell.
Yeah. Jonathan always had his nose in a book. And Kathy,
I can see that.
painfully shy and anxious.
I was really shy as a kid. Very, very shy.
Mm-hmm.
I was a rule follower as well. Catholic school, for me
There
as
you go.
well,
All three
Gerald.
of
I
us.
don't know if that's why, but
Mhm.
yeah, I was definitely a rule follower. I hated being in trouble, so I did.
So out of the three of us, I would say that I was the rebel because I was always caught. Our principal, Sister Bridget, would always catch me when I would ditch because I'm in my uniform and I would be at like a crosswalk, waiting to cross the street, and she would come up behind me and tug the bottom of my jumper to catch me and startle me. But yeah, she always caught me, and she knew where I was going. I didn't like school lunch. So I would skip and I would go down to this place called the Pelican Hotel, and they had this little lunch counter in there. And I will saddle my little ass up to the lunch counter, and they stopped asking me what I wanted. They would make me a half of a tuna fish sandwich, and they would charge my mom. True story.
I love that.
Brilliant.
I love that. Yeah, it just was, I learned a lot, especially when I got to my teenage years, because um, I had a brother who was, I think, 6 years older than me, and he would get into trouble a lot. So I learned a lot simply by watching what he did.
Mm.
So I learned from it so I didn't get in trouble.
Mm.
Goes to hotel for lunch.
I know.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do.
So
It was cool too, because if you think of like an old 20s hotel and how they have the the seating areas for everybody to kind of talk, and those seating areas run along the windows, and then in the inside you have like this like horseshoe of a bar counter, but it was a lunch counter. Yeah. What can I tell you?
okay.
Not that I'm from the 20s, that's just the style.
Wow. Okay.
I know we were all of us were reading.
Jackie said
I know I think we were all
until
reading this
I
comment.
was 17 when a rugby player was thrown at me and I got slammed against a fireproof door. I kicked and screamed and
Then blinded.
blinded and finally came out of my shell. Well, there you go.
Nice.
And Terrarena was we were 7 kids. Fun. I was 12 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It's amazing. Holy crap, Jackie.
Yeah.
My next question. What was the last message that you sent on your phone? Read that out.
Sure.
I need to see what mine was.
I'm ignoring it.
You're ignoring the question?
No, that's the last message I sent on my phone. I'm ignoring it.
All right.
And my last message was he doesn't know what he's talking about. What about you? What do you got?
I'm trying to find what the last one that I sent was. I only really use WhatsApp. Okay, I think
He's supposed to be, Deanne. You could come play back and forth too, you know. You can be nosy too.
Yes. Please contact me at TarotStache@gmail.com, Deanne.
yeah, I would love to see that.
Well, you got to
Right,
remember,
mine was
Deanne, I
my
deal
friend
with
Emma.
clients. Drive you crazy. Anyway, go ahead. Come on, Chris. What do you got?
So this is true. So this is what happened to me on Friday. Me and Emma went to the pictures to see Scream on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I very kindly drove Emma home, dropped her off. It was about 11:30 at night. So my message reads, she'd said we should go to the cinema more often. I've said, agreed. Although, do you know what time I got home at? 1:30 a.m., 2 hours to get home. Between Snoop Dogg was playing at the Hydro, which is on the way home from her house,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 of the motorway entrances being shut off. I was driving all over the place. The diversion helpfully led me to a dark, dodgy, dead-end street in some unfamiliar area of town. Honestly, man, you'd think at that time of night it would be fine. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss.
I love it. A dark, dingy, I'm like, uh-oh, my gosh. And you may have
Yeah.
missed this, but Deanne said Chris is so nosy and cute.
Yep.
And that's why I responded with she can come and do a back and forth too and be nosy.
Yes. And Beth said mine was to my daughter, Marina. How's the new music flowing?
Nice.
That's right, because Beth's daughter is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And mine was a gif of pouring gravy. Wow.
Nice. Is that like dishing the tea? Let's pour the
That's
gravy.
pretty thick tea.
Yeah, let's pour the gravy. Let's talk about it.
Debbie said mine was a happy birthday to my future daughter-in-law. Her birthday was yesterday. And Debbie, I think they're officially engaged. And I think that's like recent. Robin said I last texted my sister to send a family photo because I haven't seen her in years. So it's like a game of Mad Libs. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was TMI, so not sharing, Maruda said.
Fair.
I appreciate that. Jonathan left.
I said bye.
I did too. That's funny.
Okay.
Cool. Do you have a favorite quote? And if so, what is it?
Omnia causa fiunt. All things happen for a reason. And it's tattooed on my arm.
Prove it.
Right there. Keep the faith. Omnia causa fiunt.
They're very nice. And it's funny because on Jane the Seeker, they were talking about the Desiderata this morning on her channel, and just like you, oh God, can't be a favorite quote if I can't quote it properly, can it?
Nope. It can be something you like, something you resonate with.
Well, here, then I'm going to do this.
Oh. Where's
All right.
everybody?
Handsome Gerald.
Handsome Gerald and all that stuff, but you familiar with that? I mean, see, I tried to do that so I could find a really good copy of it. Just like you are a child of the universe, you have a right to be here, or something like that. So, actually, I commissioned a painting to have those words on it. So, so there you go. I mean, I obviously it's not good enough because and whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. So there you go. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here.
That's right.
Boom. What about you, Chris?
There's one. I'm actually trying to find what the exact quote is, but I'm struggling. It's basically of all places, it's from the film Frozen 2, and it's something like when you can't see the way ahead, or when you're not sure, when the way ahead is not clear, all you can do is the next right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really nice. And it's a nice thing for me to just, remind myself of sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes my head likes to try and go a wee bit too far into
Well,
the future.
yeah, one of the quotes that I like is from Shawshank Redemption: "Get busy living or get busy dying."
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Donna said mine was, I hope they work. I thought this was the quote. This is a great quote. I hope they work. Telling my friend I hope her course of antibiotics clears up her ear infection. So, okay, yes, wedding in June.
Mm-hmm.
And last text was my daughter upstairs. I do that. Jeffrey's in the other room, and I will text him.
I do the same thing. Shit, sometimes I
Same.
text him and he's sitting right in front of me.
Yeah. Just getting caught up. Favorite quote. Quentin Crisp, after the first 4 years, the dust doesn't get any deeper. Yep. And favorite quote. I am only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. Ice-T. Yeah,
That should be tattooed on my forehead.
My favorite quote is from Harold and Maude. Now that's good planning. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Here's one from Jackie's Crystal Moon. I love an Irish one. My dad always says, "There will never be the likes of me again." He says it in Irish, though.
Be the ocean, not the puddle.
Be the ocean, not the puddle. Okay. Mm-hmm. These are good.
Ooh, I like that one. The light at the end of the tunnel is not an illusion. The tunnel is. It's like the spoon.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Drop Dead Fred. You see, when something's not working right, the best thing to do is tear it apart to make it better. You can only understand people if you feel them in yourself. Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Steinbeck, yeah.
Yep.
Yay for playing along.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
I'm not afraid of storms. I am learning how to sail my ship, Little Women.
Mm-hmm.
If you judge people, you have no time to love them. Aw, that's nice. Yeah, Mother Teresa. Or Mother Teresa, depending upon how you pronounce her name.
Yeah, well, those are my main questions, but and I was saying to Gerald and Jamie, I've got some rapid fire. I've got a wee speed round for us all. So again, in the chat, play along, but these are meant to be quicker. So speed round. Favorite color?
Purple.
Blue.
Red. Favorite film?
Shawshank Redemption.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The original.
Silence of the Lambs.
I love that movie. Same. I love it.
Favorite snack?
Pretzels dipped in onion dip.
Big fluffy pretzel with beer cheese.
Croissant.
Do you like it with chocolate? Do you like a chocolate croissant?
Like a pan au chocolat? Yeah, I prefer just a plain croissant, but I'm partial to a wee pan au chocolat.
And we're also back to that original thing about where he was snorting, laughing because he's like, oh, my croissant.
Yeah. I nearly dropped my croissant.
His is better.
Yeah.
Yes, you're good. Oh, snort 3. You have to send that to me, Chris. I want to see it.
I know. I will. Add me on TikTok and I'll send you stuff on the regular. Because I'm always getting TikTok stuff from Sandy that makes me laugh. So, yeah. Anyway, favorite book?
Secret Garden.
Oh God. A Christmas Carol. I've read it multiple times.
Mine's is Run to Earth by SF Mazhar. Favorite animal?
That's just wrong.
I know you wouldn't like that question, Jamie.
No, I like them all, from the tarantulas to the everything. So, I mean, I have a dog and I have birds, but I mean, give me a big ass raptor anytime. Give me a vulture. Give me any of them that I've handled or had a relationship with. Shoot. That's tough, but I guess I'll just go with dog.
I like the barn owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for dog as well.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite song?
Brand New Day Eurythmics off of the Savage album, which was released, I believe, in 1987 or 88.
You're Welcome from Moana.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's my
mine's
ringtone. It
is
makes me happy.
I love see the song from Moana. How Far I'll Go.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
just
love that
sing it in
song.
my head there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask Gerald. He's never seen it.
I've not seen that movie.
Oh, you need to see it, Gerald.
Judge me.
I do.
My favorite song is Titanium by David
Oh,
Guetta
God,
and
yeah.
Sia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was the last tarot deck you bought?
Oh, tarot deck. Shit.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Oh, bought.
Yep.
What did I buy this
Okay.
morning?
Well, okay. So, bought. I don't want to say, but I just got this one, the Word Cloud Tarot Happy Toast deck.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But is that bought the last one you bought?
I would say the last one that I bought that I'm willing to say out loud is the Fyodor Pavlov.
All right, fine. Can it be an oracle? Because the last one I bought was an oracle this morning on pre-order.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it is the Radiant Crystal cards, 2nd edition, because I have the 1st edition, but she's made them into tarot size.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Nice. Mine's is the Earth Whispers Tarot. Which makes me realise that I've not bought a tarot deck in a long time.
Oh, that's the last tarot deck I bought. It's
This
in
one?
Gerald's hands.
And Maruda has Maruda has this one. And this one I blame Robin for, the Spectro World Tarot. And I just found out that the creator is making an oracle deck. Mm-hmm. So I'm like going, now I need to know what deck Gerald won't name.
Yeah.
No.
What about, oh yeah. So are you going to do a walkthrough of that deck, Chris?
I've done one.
Oh, well, there you go. Hi, my name's Jamie. I'm a little behind.
Yeah, I think I have anyway.
Yeah, don't tell me how long ago, because that'll just be horrible.
Well, it's just the last one that he bought. It couldn't be that long.
But yeah, it's a strange deck, so it is. It's the artwork's beautiful. The structure of it's a bit unusual. And it's kind of it's Marmite. You'll either hate it or you'll love it.
I
think.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say it.
Is that the one that you were talking about on Thursday? Or were you using that for Richie's roundtable reading? All right.
No, Richie's roundtable reading was the Odin's Playbook.
Okay.
On Thursday.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's quite a nice deck. Some of the cards are absolutely stunning in it, the way the sky's done. But yeah, no, I can't remember what I was talking about on Thursday now. I do. It was this. It was the Brady Tarot.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have that one. I like it.
Yeah. Two more quick fire questions. Deck interview, yes or no?
Yes.
Deck interview spread, yes or no?
Yes.
What was that?
Deck interview spread, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
I think I
I'm a
use the
no.
one you do. The 6
Right,
cards.
You're a
right,
no?
okay.
You
I am
don't?
now. I used to. I
What?
used to do it. I used to, but I don't like doing it anymore.
Why?
Because whether it's there's a psychological thing where if it comes up in the spread saying that it only likes to be used for, it was during a Tarot Sunday actually that it completely fucked me up, and it was like this deck only likes to be used for. In fact, it was this Bright Future Tarot. When I
Oh,
did the interview, I think it was the Six of Swords for what does this deck like to be used for, and for me
mm-hmm.
that was like really kind of a like, logical stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I tried to use it for a Tarot Sunday, and it wasn't having any of it. And I was like, I feel as though I've stamped that on the deck, like because it's a psychological thing in my mind because
Oh,
I did that spread, and that's why I'm not doing them anymore.
Donna doesn't either. Well, and Jeffrey, he's even though he's done deck interview spreads with most of his decks, he's re-interviewing them. And I actually like that idea is because I grow
Mm,
and change, and I also believe the deck will grow and change and evolve with me. So,
yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
but
Pardon me while I buy a deck. Talk amongst yourselves.
wait a minute, which one are you buying?
Well, I can't tell you that. You have secrets.
Yeah, but it's my show.
Oh, okay, fine. The one that Chris showed.
Purchase responsibly, know your limits, Jamie.
Uh-huh.
Which one's that, Jamie?
The Odin's Tail one.
Oh,
Oh, the Odin's Playbook.
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
usually me that does that, you know. Oh, here, I'm gonna buy this deck.
Uh,
Night,
Brilliant. I love
Jackie.
that I've influenced a deck purchase. I've done my job.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Um, Last quickfire question is what's your favourite band?
Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters.
Eurythmics, Pet Shop Boys, or Erasure.
Oh, Erasure is a close second for me. Yeah.
I
Then
love
Nine
Mm-hmm.
Inch
Fleetwood Mac.
Nails.
What did you say?
Fleetwood Mac.
Oh,
Love that. Oh, Maruda said, Jamie, get it from the creator, not the Etsy listing.
got it.
Do you have a favorite Fleetwood Mac album or song, Chris?
Probably Rumours. In terms of the album, my favourites. That depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Completely understand that.
Yeah, it really does. I love everywhere. I always forget whether it's every day or everywhere. That's why I've got to think about it. But I love it particularly because there's an advert here, and there was an advert years ago here in the UK. Do you know the one I mean? The
Mm-hmm.
dancing, the dancing. Is it a dancing pony?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think it was for a bank or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
But it's dancing to that song, and I just relived it recently because I showed it to my niece and she was loving it. Um, so yeah, I do love that song. That's a nice song. I love Songbird as well.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And I do love Eva Cassidy's version of it, but I love Fleetwood Mac's version as well.
Yeah.
Eva Cassidy's version just because of her life, you know what I mean? Very short, just kind of
Mm,
it's
yeah,
yeah. If I listen to that version, if I am anywhere near mentally compromised, it's not a good day.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here, let me ask you this. I'll ask all of you this before we let Chris go, who can just leave the studio at any time he wants because he's an adult. What was the last album you listened to?
Well, that's funny actually. My friend, so on Saturday, my friend made me listen to Miley Cyrus's new album, but just
That's what
because
I
we were in the
listened to.
car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I listened to Thriller, Michael Jackson Thriller. I mean, if you haven't listened to that in the whole, I'm just like going, holy crap, this really was good.
Yeah. The album before that was the U2's new album that just came out, and it's the reworking of 40 of their songs. That was the other one that I listened to.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It is nothing. So their sons, the Edge and Bono, their sons were involved, and so their sons kept them really honest in redoing them and playing them. So if you're going in there thinking you're going to hear Sunday Bloody Sunday or whatever, the way that you imagine the anthem from being a kid, you're going to be sorely disappointed. If you go in it from listening from a musician standpoint and playing these things over and over and how you would have played them if it had been a different time, then you're going to enjoy it. Yeah.
Very interesting. Now that brings another great question: is did you have a kid anthem song?
Yes.
And what was that, Jamie?
The Bay City Rollers, I Only Want to Be With You. It was for a little boy across the street, and his name was Mike. And I still know him today.
Aww.
I used to put my record player up in the window and I would play music for the street. Because I was often on restriction.
No boombox over the head for you. You just put the record player right up.
It was my record player.
Yes, I love that.
This was way before boombox.
Wow. Mine was Shout. Tears for Fears.
Mm-hmm. Let it all out.
Yep. Do you know what I'm talking about, Chris? The teen.
I know the song, yeah, but what do you mean kid anthem?
Do you have a song that represents you from like being a kid that you played that was like your song that like solved your world problems?
Your teenage angst, everything is fine after you listen to it.
Oh. I don't know. I like the sorry, bloody rings going off like crazy here. Right, my phone is now silenced. You don't need to know when my door is going or when Sandy is letting the dog poop.
Yeah.
I liked the Spice Girls when I was in fact, I think the Spice Girls was my very first album that I ever got.
Mm-hmm.
So a good Spice Girls song. Who Do You Think You Are? Always,
nice.
I don't know, always brightens up my day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one example.
Yeah. What is it UB40 and the song Our House?
No, it wasn't UB40.
Who was it?
You asked me too quickly.
Our
house in the middle of our street.
Yeah. In the middle of our street. Madness.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. 1983. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Thank you, Kathy. I wasn't looking up.
There you go. Well, gosh. Okay, so I've held both of you for an hour and a half. Chris, Elemental Cartomancy, what do you have coming up on your channel?
I actually don't have all that much. The Mariel study group is still going strong. So if I've got my dates right, I believe that's on Sunday. So I need to get a move on with that, actually. I need to get a move on and put that together. What date are we on? 21st. Let
Yep.
me just quickly check. Yeah, so that's this Sunday coming and the following Thursday.
Mhm.
So Mariel study group, we're looking at the Queens. Other than that, I'm not got much going on.
Okay. Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, what do you have coming up next on your channel? Okay. I am on my channel next. I have on Monday, Jane the Seeker and I are doing a laugh and learn. We're talking about the Archangel Michael. And then there is it's a laugh and learn magic tool talk with Jamie and Medium Betsy Palmer on Tuesday on my channel. And that is, we're talking about now what? When you've identified something, what's your steps to do it? But today I'm a guest on Kelly's channel. And then I'm a guest on Longman Tarot on Friday. And
Nice.
and then I have other cool stuff coming up. So just do what you know you need to do. So there you go. So any last minute words before
Archangel Michael.
Mm.
That's the Archangel Michael.
There you go. What deck's that from?
Mariel.
Marielle.
Oh, maybe I should get my Marielle deck out. It's not the one that I've had. Have I opened the Marielle?
I should well hope so. No, I'm joking.
Oh no. Don't pin your hopes on anything like that. Don't even try.
Oh, and this just in, I will be a guest on Robin's channel soon. This just in. So, but all right. Well, thank you both, and we're going to do the outro, the back and forth outro. So, everybody, thank you again. Like and subscribe. Give thumbs up. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
This has been great fun. Great questions.
It has.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
Don't-
Bye.